off from Lafayette. So I'm going to say thank you for having us at your training session today. It's so good to see all of you. Maria's passing out a report. I hate giving reports. So I'm going to read a little bit, expand a little bit. Okay. I'll expand, with regards to expanded capacity, we've reached over 10K low to moderate income people per month through our order dial, which is able to call hundreds of people per day. And we're doing flyers, through church memberships, social networking, emails, and phone calls. We've expanded our call list by getting free voter registration lists from allies. And I can tell you, it's so funny, I meet so many people here in New Orleans that say, I got a phone call from you personally, inviting you out to an action or a meeting. So with that order dial, we're able to reach quite a few members about, what we're doing in the city, having it, and it enables them to spread the word even further and get people to come out to action. We've developed relationships with allies that include groups of volunteers who join our campus on ACB issues in our neighborhoods. Hundreds of volunteers from Teach for America and other organizations have participated so far. And we do this on a regular basis, partner with other organizations in the city to get the word out and come together around these actions. 250 residents attended the Lake Charles Housing Community Fair last October, 2 scale events on jobs turning out over 400 people. Let me say, Lanny Roy, our president, would have been here today. He usually makes a trip for these events. He was in Lafayette. He was in Lafayette. He's been in the hospital, he's been ill, but he is doing much better. And he stays in constant contact with us through phone conference calls and meetings. He's very actively involved. And many of you know Larry. He's very charismatic and he's very, very involved. We built up a database of 400 low-income people who need jobs, using this list for actions, which have won some jobs, and we plan to do many more actions to win more jobs. Many of you know or may not know, there's still millions and billions of dollars flowing through the city of New Orleans. It is really a just terrible situation that these contractors, these general contractors, are coming here from out of state, and they are not hiring minorities in this city. We have gone out to job sites and actually took pictures of white workers, Caucasian workers, white Caucasians, the same, Mexicans, and what they're doing is certain federal funds, HUD funds, mandate that you hire low to moderate income people. So we've developed a database of those people on the city's officials urging in an effort to get contractors to hire our folks, because they have to meet these requirements in order to get these contracts when it comes to certain federal funds. And what we're finding they're doing, they'll hire a few of our folks, and you see them on the job site when the job initially starts. And as it progresses, you see less and less of us on this job site. So they are they're actually skirting the rules. And it's unfortunate that the Office of Diversity and Compliance, they're not monitoring this situation. They're making it a living hell for workers on these job sites. And they're firing, they're harassing, just all sorts of things. So we're fighting around these issues. We had 2 job forums. We had over 100 people come, fill out applications, bring their information, and we continue to have actions around that. I live in the Lower Ninth Ward. The contractor that actually is doing the streetscape project is going to be doing, I don't know how many millions of dollars contracted work in the quarter. He actually came to our meeting with his job application, said he would hire workers from the community, and he did not. So we recently had a march from the school down there to our meeting location, Trinity Lutheran. And the media came up, which was great. They covered it. Our councilperson came out and said a few words, but we are finding that we have to keep fighting around this job situation because the national trend for unemployment is over 14% in our community. We can buck the trend in New Orleans with the millions and billions of dollars that flow into our city, but if they don't hire us, that's another thing. And we have lots of people who want to work. So we're very involved in that. We've recently been told that there's going to be an increase of doubling of our water bills and our garbage bills. Now, our property taxes have been raised. There have been so many increases over the almost 7 years that we're coming up on for Trinity. The unemployment rate is high here. The jobs people do have, their salaries are not increasing, but the fees for services are increasing every time we look up. So this is something we are going to have to seriously fight and partner with other groups around because you're talking about doubling the fees. What we're feeling is that the city of New Orleans is trying to price us right out of our communities because over 100,000 people didn't return. The residents of the city, especially the poor, the vulnerable, people are feeling the heat behind the increase of all of these fees in the city. So that needs to be a huge fight around the increase of the water bills. The mayor has backed off the votes and started looking at other ways to fund the necessary improvements. The mayor went before the Sewer and Water Board this week, asked them to push the issue of voting on this back 30, 60, 90 days and attempt to see how they could soften the look around these fees. So we have a window of opportunity to fight this. I live in Lower Line. If you go to Lower Line, you'll still see leaks. You still see all kinds of things with water running everywhere. We're not getting services that we are paying for now. And to come back and say we want to increase, it's just not a good thing. So our mayor blocked it, and we're hoping to get in there and fight this issue and get them definitely to back off from increasing these fees. We formed some strategic partnerships with Virginia University on a grant concerning mental health and addressing educating residents on the adverse impacts of health disparities and well-being. There was recently a report here done by a group that looked at your life expectancy in the various zip codes across the city. In Lower 9, the life expectancy, because of the quality of life there, is 67 years old. And it's worse in some areas. So we partnered with them around health disparities and attempt to make the local officials provide, we don't have a health plan in many of our neighborhoods, provide health care, provide some quality of life resolutions for making a better life for us in our communities. We're working with our sister nonprofit, 501c3 Southern United Neighborhoods, to rehab 21 homes in the Lower Ninth Ward through funding for the city of New Orleans. We've developed a partnership with the state to food stamp outreach and assistance to sign people up in our offices for food stamps, child care, kinship assistance, and temporary welfare assistance. Already we're averaging about 2 applications a week. We've expanded our partnership with Capital One Bank on our housing and financial literacy training programs and outreach to sign people up to open bank accounts at our next fairs and do small business trainings. Our next house fairs in October in Lake Charles, and it'll be here in December. We have a free satellite office in the Lower Ninth Ward through our partnership with Trinity Lutheran Church. So that's a church that recently came back to the Lower Ninth Ward and rehab their buildings, offered us to be able to have our meetings, our monthly meetings in the lower ninth ward. We've been involved in some grassroots fundraising. We have 3 fundraising events. We had a program on why community organizing matters last September, a Valentine's Day raffle, and we had an Unsung Heroes Award this month. Combined, these fundraisers raised over $3,000, and we received a proclamation from the City Council on our good work. Which was unbelievable. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the award ceremony, but to get the city to sign off on an award for our organization was just, I mean, their hands probably were trembling signing off on it. You know, so that was amazing, because we're definitely a thorn in their side in the city. Statewide campaigns, mortgage and lending discrimination, using home mortgage disclosure act data and bank negotiating, and we completed a housing survey in order to generate policy recommendations on housing, blight, and rehab concerns. We have so much still blight in our neighborhoods since Katrina. We have houses that sit vacant, still with furniture from Hurricane Katrina. So we're definitely, blight is a huge issue in this city, and something that we are addressing on a daily basis. It affects our quality of life like no other thing in this city. And we're moving a statewide campaign to fight health care cuts that Governor Jindal is imposing. Additional statewide environmental campaign has just begun against proposed garbage incinerators that we fear will be located throughout our site. This is called Sun Energy. And Sun Energy, we fought them a year, maybe 2 years ago on this incinerator that we emit all kinds of toxins into our air. You know, there is not one in the country that has been successful. This is a black guy who lives, I think, on the West Bank. We asked him at one point, why wouldn't he put it in his neighborhood? He couldn't answer us. So he's been trying to sneak through the back door again to locate this incinerator here. And definitely, it would be just a terrible thing for us. I believe there is one operating in Florida, and cancer rate among children and their community is off the charts. So this is going to be a huge battle, one we hope to win again, you know, and that's our report. So again, I'm going to take a moment. These are some of our community leader awards. Some folks that were not at the Unsung Heroes Award ceremony. We want to take this time to honor them with these awards. The first one is for Lloyd Lonzo. Okay. You want to say anything? You want to say a few words? Okay. All right. The next one is for Louisiana Labor Leader Award for Mildred Edmond.
It's a surprise. Thank you very much.
This is the Rock in the Pond Award for Wade Rathke.
Making waves, that's what it means, huh?
And this is the Louisiana and New Orleans Labor Organizing Award for Wade Rathke.
Thank you, Darrell. And because I'm standing up, and this is Vanessa, and one of the treats we've got for everybody who didn't get one in Lafayette, and I've got them. This is Vanessa's picture on this book about the fight to rebuild the Ninth Ward, and at dinner, anybody who doesn't have one of these books, we're going to get you one.